What's good, everyone? This is your boy Nappy Nick, the Holy City High Podcast. Been MIA for a little while due to some education requirements, but I am back, and it's college football bowl season, baby. This is gonna be a long recording. This is gonna kind of pick the early games from starting today because bowl season starts actually in an hour, so I had to get these early games out. So I'm picking the games for this weekend. Sunday, stay tuned. We'll do a live pod. Hopefully, I'm gonna have some friends on to kind of help pick some of these games, get some of their inputs, especially on some of the big games featuring local teams such as Clemson and Carolina. But today we're gonna go through. Got my screen share. We're gonna go through some of these games. We use the ESPN Bowl app, Capital One Bowl Mania. I might create a group so if you want to participate, even though I know I'm kind of doing this late, so you might miss the early games, but we can get you on the later games and see where we're rolling. But we're going to start with this first game. I'm doing the spread pick because this is kind of like a betting strategy too. This is just input, guys. This isn't facts. Use this information as you see fit. But we're going to start with this first game today, 11:30 a.m. This is the hometown Leonard's Bahamas Bowl. I wish I could go to the Bahamas right now. It's 48 degrees here. But we got Miami of Ohio Redhawks out the MAC taking on UAB Blazers. Miami's a 11 and a half underdog. 67% of the voters on ESPN chose Miami to cover this game. I'm in line to say that UAB is a lot better than that. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take UAB to cover at 11 and a half. We're gonna keep it rolling, baby. Um, 3 o'clock today, you can check out the Louvre Trading Curveball between UTSA Roadrunners, the Troy Trojans. Troy is the Sun Belt Conference champions that have beaten Coastal Carolina. 11-2 record. UTSA is the Conference USA champions. They're a 2.5 underdog. That is a surprising line. If I'm in a sports book, I'm taking that all day. I think UTSA should be favored to win this. 51% of voters on ESPN agree with me too. So I'm going to go with UTSA with that, guys. We'll keep it rolling. This game is actually probably the biggest game of the weekend. This will be the first game tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. up in NYC. They got the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Louisville Cardinals of the ACC take on Cincinnati Bearcats of the American Athletic Conference. Fun fact for some of the people that aren't aware of this game, Louisville's old coach, Scott Satterfield, actually took the job at Cincinnati. So this essentially is the Scott Satterfield bowl game. This is also a big rivalry. These cities are only like a hour and a half apart. They have a lot of big rivals. Louisville was a former American Athletic Conference team before they joined the ACC. And it's been a while, I believe, since these teams have played. Cincinnati is a 1.5 point favorite. 75% of these fans choose Cincinnati. I'm taking Louisville to covered. Cincinnati's offense has questions. Their defense has been pretty good. Also, they just lost their head coach, Luke Fickell. He went to Wisconsin. So I think Louisville is going to take at least cover the spread in this. If not, I'll take the money line on them personally. Saturday, December 17th, which is also tomorrow, 12 o'clock, we got a Celebration Bowl, Cricket Celebration Bowl between Jackson State, North Carolina Central. This is the, third year? Or second year that Jackson State has made this bowl game. Last year, they lost to South Carolina State. This year, they're 16 and a half point favorites over North Carolina Central, went 9-2. 52% people agree that Jackson State will cover this game. I'm going to take the covers too. I think Jackson State is just too talented for them boys this year. As Deion take that job to Colorado, this is his last game he's going to be coaching. We're going to continue going down 2:30. We're going to go to the distribution Las Vegas Bowl between the Florida Gators and the Oregon State Beavers. Pac-12 SEC matchup. Pac-12 has surprisingly been one of the best conferences in football this year from the top down. I know they don't have any elite teams. They also didn't make the college football playoff due to USC losing in the Pac-12 championship game. So far, Florida is 1-0 against the Pac-12 this year. They beat Utah in the season opener. But fun fact about this game, Anthony Richardson is foregoing this game and going to the draft, which means I'm not even sure if Florida's backup quarterback is. But I know this team is completely different with that backup quarterback instead of Anthony Richardson, even with prep time. 7.5 for the covered. I'm going to lean Oregon State, actually, to cover that spread. Actually, you know what? I'll take it back. I'm going to take Florida 7.5. I think Florida's defense is pretty good. Oregon State had a good run season. Money line, if I had to choose, I'd probably still choose Oregon State to take this game. So, go with that. We're going to keep it rolling, though, guys. We got the Jimmy Kimmel. How the hell did Jimmy Kimmel get a bowl? Fun fact, Jimmy Kimmel has a bowl, guys. Hey, no. The Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by Stifel. You got Washington State Cougars, once again, out of the Pac-12, take on Fresno State Bulldogs. Washington State is a 4.5-point favorite. I have them actually as a 6-point favorite. Look at some of the metrics and how they have played. Fresno State is the Mountain West champion, beating Boise State in the championship game. I'm taking Washington State in this game, guys. I think they actually have had a pretty good season. Like I said, the Pac-12 has been one of the best teams, top to bottom, best conferences, top to bottom. And I think this is going to carry through as they continue doing what they do. And not the last game. How many games did they go? Sorry. Got 2 more games. Okay. Leaning Tree Bowl. We have Rice Owls take on Southern Miss Golden Eagles. I'm taking Southern Miss all day. 4.5-point favorites. I think they're going to at least win by at least a touchdown. If I have to choose. We're going to sit that game. So I don't want to spend too much time on it. And we got the next game going on. SMU Mustangs taking the BYU Cougars. BYU, I've been looking at the straight picks, money line picks, and the spread picks, and BYU is heavily favored. I'm still trying to figure out why. BYU has been pretty bad this year, especially on offense. SMU is not a bad team. They've been pretty good. The American Conference, I think it's been a little more competitive, especially up the top, and SMU is one of them teams up top. 2.5, give me the Mustangs all day, every day. And the last game I'm choosing for today, we're going to have the Frisco Bowl. North Texas taking on Boise State Broncos. Boise State all day, 4.5-point favorites. Boise State losing to Fresno State in the championship game. I think Boise figures out with some prep time going to the bowl season, and they'll take over. These are my picks today, guys. You can follow them on my podcast. It'll be on all social media sites Sunday, which is in 2 days, guys. I'm going to do a live pod going with every bowl game, Clemson, Carolina bowl games, Florida State. Go Noles, baby. And stuff. In addition to that, guys, I know you see the banner down below. Best local podcast. Haven't been podcasting, so you want to hold that against me? Be my guest. That's very fair. I had to focus on school, so I had to prioritize. But I am back like a heart attack. Also, rest in peace, Mike Lee. I know that horrible reference going on. But Best of Charleston 2023, go to the Charleston City Papers website or Google Best of Charleston, and a link will pop up. Best local podcast. You see your boy Nappy. In addition to that, shout out to my boy John Reese. He's going for the category Best Visual Artist. Give him some love on that. Once again, it's John Reese, Best Visual Artist. This is your boy Nappy. This is a quick short for the bowl games. I hope you have a good Friday, man. Nappy out.